You're 10 years old, riding your bike down to the milk bar on a Saturday morning. Mum's handed you a crumpled note and a few coins. 20 Winfield Reds, thanks love. You walk in, hand it over, and the bloke behind the counter doesn't even blink. Just grabs the packet off the shelf, slides it across, takes your money. Off you go, cigarettes in your pocket, riding home like it's the most normal thing in the world. Today, that's a crime. Back then, it was just another Saturday. Stick around, you'll see what else would land you in serious trouble now. 4, 5, sometimes 6 kids crammed into the back of a Holden Ute. Not in the cab, in the tray. No seats, no belts, just metal and whatever you could hold onto when your old man took corners too fast. You'd stand up, lean over the cab, pull faces at the cars behind. On long trips to the coast, it was absolute chaos. Wind in your hair, sun beating down, bouncing around like you were in a rodeo. Nobody thought twice about it. That's just how you got places. The law changed in the late 80s and early 90s depending on which state you were in. But today it's illegal everywhere. Try putting a kid in the back of a ute now, and you'll have the coppers on you before you hit the end of the street. Inside the car wasn't much better. Bench seats in the family Kingswood, kids bouncing around like pinballs every time Dad hit the brakes. If there wasn't enough room on the seat, you sat in the footwell, curled up down by someone's feet, or you stood between the front seats, holding on for balance during motorway trips. That was just the way families travelled. Seatbelt laws came in slowly. Front seats became mandatory in 1971 in New South Wales, but the back seats? You didn't have to wear them until 1991, 20 years later. Before that, you were on your own. If the car stopped suddenly, basic physics took over. You flew forward. Nobody seemed to care much about that. Then there was the drink driving. 3 schooners at the RSL, then drive home. Not just acceptable, expected. One for the road meant exactly what it said. You'd finish your beer, grab your keys, head out to the car park. Friday nights, the pub car parks were packed. Everyone drove. Leaving your car there meant you were too drunk to stand. If you could walk, you could drive. That's what people reckoned. Random breath testing started in 1982, but enforcement was patchy for years. The culture shifted slowly. By the 2000s, drink driving became something people looked down on. In the 70s, your old man drove home from the pub every weekend and nobody thought twice. It was just what people did. The roads were dangerous, the cars were dangerous, and the way we travelled was dangerous. But we didn't know any different. You just got in, held on tight, and hoped for the best. And it wasn't just the roads that were dangerous. Playgrounds back then were built to injure. Metal slides that reached 100 degrees in the summer sun. You'd climb up, sit down, and immediately burn the backs of your legs, every single time. But you'd do it anyway, because that's what was there. The witch's hat was the worst. A spinning metal cone in the middle of the playground. You'd grab the bars, run as fast as you could, jump on and spin. Faster and faster until someone couldn't hold on anymore and flew off onto the concrete. Because that's what was underneath, just concrete. No rubber surfacing, no soft landing, just hard ground. If you didn't hold on, you'd hit the deck. Climbing frames with scaffolding poles 15 feet high, maybe more. You'd climb to the top, hang upside down, jump between bars. There was no safety net underneath, no padding, nothing to catch you if you slipped. Today there's rubber surfacing everywhere, height limits, regular inspections. Back then, you either survived or you didn't. Roundabouts were designed to make you vomit. Someone would spin it as fast as they could while you clung on for dear life. Your stomach would flip, your head would spin, and eventually you'd stumble off and collapse on the grass. Seesaws launched you into the air if your mate jumped off at the wrong moment. You'd come crashing down, jarring your spine, biting your tongue. Nobody supervised any of it. You just played until someone got hurt. Then you went home. That lack of supervision extended to everything else in your life. Kids were trusted, or maybe just expected, to do things that would be unthinkable today. Like that trip to the milk bar I mentioned earlier. That wasn't just one kid doing it. It was every street, every neighbourhood. Your mate's mum sent him for Benson and Hedges. The girl down the road fetched her dad's Peter Stuyvesant. You'd see kids younger than 10 walking out of corner shops with cigarettes in their hands, completely normal. The shopkeepers knew. They didn't mind. As long as you had the note and the money, you got what you came for. Vending machines made it even easier. They were everywhere. Outside pubs, outside milk bars, sometimes just mounted on the wall of the corner shop. Stick in 50 cents, pull the lever, out came a pack of cigarettes. No ID, no questions, no adult required. If you could reach the slot and had the coins, you could buy cigarettes. The law changed in 2007. Buying tobacco for anyone under 18 became illegal. They called it proxy purchasing. Vending machines got banned entirely by 2011. In 30 years, a harmless Saturday errand became a serious crime. Then there was Cracker Night, November 5th in some states, other dates elsewhere. Every kid had fireworks, not the big family packs you get from supermarkets now. Individual fireworks bought one at a time from the corner shop. Penny bangers, jumping jacks, skyrockets. You'd buy them with your pocket money, no age limits, no licenses, no supervision. Tom Thumbs were the best. Single bungers, loud and dangerous, perfect for mischief. If you misbehaved at school, you knew what was coming. The long walk down to the principal's office. That wood-panelled room that smelled like old books and disappointment. You'd stand there waiting while he pulled out the cane from behind the filing cabinet. Thin piece of bamboo, about 3 feet long, flexible enough to really sting. 6 of the best, they called it. Though sometimes you'd only cop 3 or 4 depending on what you'd done. You'd stick your hand out, trying not to flinch. The welts would rise up red and angry. You'd sit through the rest of the day trying not to let anyone see you rubbing your palms under the desk. The girls got it too, just differently. Usually the slipper and not some fancy paddle, just a Dunlop Volley pulled from the lost property bin or the PE storeroom. Across the backside, sometimes the backs of the legs if you were wearing your summer uniform. Left marks that lasted days. You'd go home, show your parents, and they'd nod. Probably deserved it, they'd reckon. It got phased out slowly. New South Wales banned it in government schools in 1987. Other states followed through the late 80s and 90s. Catholic and private schools kept it going longer in some places. These days, a teacher so much as raises their voice wrong and there's consequences. Back then, getting the cane was just part of the school week. You learned to cop it and move on. Schools, homes, hospitals, asbestos everywhere. Sprayed on ceilings, wrapped around pipes, mixed into roof tiles. That textured popcorn ceiling in your classroom, full of asbestos fibres. When it got damaged, when someone knocked it or drilled into it, particles floated down, settled on desks, on your books, in the air you breathed. You sat there every day, breathing it in, and nobody said a word. The link to mesothelioma and lung cancer was known. Scientists had proven it, but regulations were loose, enforcement was patchy, and builders handled it without protection. They'd cut it, drill it, rip it out with their bare hands. Dust everywhere. Asbestos wasn't fully banned until 2003. Millions of buildings still contain it today. It is sealed now and monitored, but in the 70s and 80s, you touched it and breathed it every single day. Then there were the chemistry sets. Remember those? Proper ones. Real chemicals. Acids, bases, actual poisons. Instructions for making crystals, small explosions, things that fizzed and smoked and sometimes caught fire. You'd mix things just to see what happened. Sometimes it was impressive. Sometimes it was terrifying. Sometimes it sent you running out of the shed coughing and wheezing. Pharmacies sold chemicals individually. Potassium permanganate, sulfuric acid, methylated spirits. You'd walk in, ask for them, and they'd hand them over. No questions asked. Kids got injured, sure. Burns, chemical reactions gone wrong. But the sets stayed on the shelves. Regulations came in during the 90s. Today's chemistry sets are completely watered down. Back then, they were genuinely dangerous. And finally, smoking. Smoking was absolutely everywhere. Domestic flights, doctors' waiting rooms, even the non-smoking section of restaurants, which was just a different part of the same room with the same air circulating through it. Teachers smoked in the staff room with the door open. The smell drifted into classrooms, hung in the corridors. You'd sit at your desk doing maths while cigarette smoke wafted past. Smoking got banned on domestic flights in 1987. Took until the mid-90s and early 2000s, depending on which state you were in, before it disappeared from enclosed public spaces. But for decades, you breathed in secondhand smoke everywhere you went. Restaurants, shops, buses, trains, there was no escape from it. If you did any of these, you're part of the last generation that survived the wild west of Australian childhood. Honestly, it's a miracle anyone made it through. We rode in the back of utes, bought cigarettes at the corner shop, played on metal playgrounds over concrete, breathed in asbestos at school, set off fireworks with nothing but a box of matches and zero adult supervision. And somehow, we're still here to laugh about it. Looking back, it's amazing what people survived without even realizing they were surviving it. Different times, different rules, different ideas about what kids could handle. Drop a comment with your best story. Were you sent for smokes? Did you ride in the tray of a ute? Share this with someone who grew up the same way, and subscribe to keep these memories alive.